Some people believe that this entire reality is just a simulation. Many of our modern intellectuals believe it is unlikely that this is not a simulation. Now, of course, the idea that the world is a simulation spawned after the film The Matrix was released. For the last 20 years, people have been talking of this simulation theory, that everything we see is just a computer program and the actual versions of everything are, you know, in some other world, in some kind of physical. This right here is not the physical. This is just a artificially created version of how we interpret the physical. If we view this as a simulation, we have to come to the understanding that we've evolved to this point where we can comprehend and interpret the idea of a simulation. Therefore, we'd understand that the actual versions of ourselves, the physical versions of ourselves, also went through that evolutionary stage. So it'd be an endless process. Worlds and civilizations creating simulations within simulations within simulations. So we'd have to realize, is this our ultimate nature? Is this what we were evolved to do? Develop these programs that we harvest other levels of consciousness within. Consciousness is a concept that is about the most meta we can get. It's essentially the end-all, be-all to any kind of thought. Because we realize, well, without our consciousness, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. We wouldn't even be able to come up with these ideas. So the very fact that we're thinking about this and having this conversation means that consciousness itself should be the pinnacle of this. Unless, of course, this consciousness was artificially created by something that was not consciousness. Now, the idea of simulation theory obviously has its limitations. Critics of simulation theory often point out, hey, why was this not talked about prior to The Matrix? You know, before simulation theory, during the 70s and 80s with Close Encounters of the Third Kind and E.T., the big metaphysical thing was aliens. We saw aliens as being the force beyond us, the transcendence to what developed this reality. That is a very interesting point that gets brought up. There seems to be a reverse correlation between the amount we talk about aliens and the amount we talk about simulation theory. But perhaps in the 70s and 80s, maybe people said, hey, why are aliens talked about so much? You know, they weren't talked about as much prior to these films getting released. They may say, hey, why don't we talk about vampires and dwarves and Bigfoot anymore as much as we did during medieval times? Again, another great point that gets brought up. Why don't we talk about vampires anymore? Why don't we talk about goblins and spirits and these mythical creatures like this? These three phenomena, simulation theory, extraterrestrial aliens, and mythological creatures, all have something in common. These are all alien forces. Now you may say, yeah, of course aliens are alien. What do the other two have to do with aliens? Well, simulation theory, we conceptualize that there is a level of intelligence transcendent to ourselves, something that is alien. Mythical creatures, we interpret that we have these non-human, non-animal entities, something that is alien to the sciences. Religion itself revolves around alien phenomena, deities that are transcendent to us, that have created us. So, in these ideas across a wide array of spectrums, we admire aliens. Maybe it's in the same way that apes admire humans. Maybe it's in the same way that fish admire reptiles. Maybe anything that's alien is something that we can grow into. respect your elders. Why? Because they're beyond you, they're transcendent to you. You can't conceptualize what it's like to be that old and that experienced and that wise. That is a phenomena that is alien to you. Respect people in positions of power. Why? Because you can't conceptualize what it's like to be in that level of power and status. That is a concept that is alien to you. So when we break away all the limitations that we may set upon ourselves or set upon physics or chemistry or biology, we see at the core maybe all we are just points of awareness. I'm a thing that is aware. We're all just things that are aware. And if our history has shown us anything, it's that our points of awareness like to better ourselves. We like to become more than we currently see ourselves as. We strive to become aliens to what we once were. So the stereotypical landing of the UFO and these grays coming out saying we come in peace is truly metaphorical. Because what we are to become or what may be beyond us, maybe it comes in peace. Maybe instead of becoming concerned with this, we should find peace with it. Find comfort and stillness in it. If you had a time machine to go back in time and meet your younger self would probably freak out seeing an older you coming to them. So what's the first thing you say in a situation like that besides, hey, it's okay. You may not understand what's going on right now because time travel doesn't exist where you are, but I come in peace. And so this experience isn't easy. This experience is a puzzle, and there are many pieces to it. But in order to piece this together, we must understand the concept of the piece. We are all pieces, but we're never going to fit this all together if we don't come in peace.